Alright, so I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while. Lighting's not that great in the home studio and the light's just gone off. Great start, but I look as tired as I feel, so haven't really known whether to do this video or not. But this is all about being your authentic self, being the best person you can be, and what does it mean to be professional, especially when you're an artist on social media. And so I think the word professional and what it means has certainly changed a lot, certainly if you're creative, putting yourself out there rather than being corporate. And so really there's a lot of myths within my mind that I've gone through, but with the realms of being authentic, I look absolutely exhausted, so let's try and remedy that. And every so often I like to just do some freshening up, so I'll be right back.
Five minutes later.
That's better. So I like to really challenge the stereotypes of gender, which is not, it's been done throughout history. It's, Eddie Izzard, Green Day, all your rock stars. So, the light. So I do wish that my inner voice could be heard on camera, because I do struggle with that. Right, and that looks like it's some sort of weird horror show. So yeah, I wish I could talk better on camera, and this video does relate to being professional because, as you can see, use what you've got. And I think with being an artist, it's certainly different because you're putting yourself out there, you're expressing yourself. And one of the first myths was emotions and how that affects being professional, but also the fact that I put it into my art and self-expression, and how I do like to wear makeup now and again. I'm this multi-dimensional paradox in that I like lifting, I like going to CrossFit, I like wearing makeup, I like listening to metal, I like listening. All these things that make me are sort of mushed together to become that thing. And I do find it difficult speaking on camera and expressing that, and that's where the art comes in. So I think it is good to be but not emotional necessarily, but just expressing ourselves and showing that we are human and we can share that human capacity to have emotion and to connect to one another. So there might be someone else who's going through what you're going through, and therefore emotions are okay. So you also say, or at least my mind says, that you can't be yourself or silly in being professional, but I think being very real and approachable and being human, like I keep saying, is that connection with another human being. And I like to have fun. My mind with ADHD goes off into some really weird tangents, some very humorous ones at times, and I've got to use that as a gift. And so you really need to use what you've got, and I think with being on YouTube it changes because it's different when you're an artist and you've got your own business and you can make it into whatever you want. And my real mission is to allow people to fully be themselves through seeing the way I express myself, through my art, through the way I am in the world, that people can just be who they want to be in any given moment. We're not always the same person throughout every minute of the day. We can be who we feel like being in that moment, and the self is very flexible in that sense. Some days I want to brighten my eyes up, some days I just want to throw a t-shirt on and go out the house. So it's one of those things where we think we can only be that one representation online, but there's so much more through business and through other things, where if you're in the entertainment world, like stand-up or as an actor or as an artist, and you can get away with these things. And I really wish it could happen in corporate a bit more as well. Like, wouldn't it be fantastic if it didn't have these gender stereotypes where you could be who you want to be in that moment? And so, what else was I going to say? To me, being professional is being polite and personable and helping meet expectations and getting the service on time, allowing communication if there's any delays, and just really communicating and providing a good service. And it's that communication of understanding the time frame and when they need it by, and delivering it in a safe, well packaged way so it gets to them in one piece. I think there's probably others who are worried about the professional outlook and the way they show up, and I really think it's changing. I really think that with YouTube it's really changing the way we connect to other people. It's changing the way we conduct business. It's changing the way we show ourselves and show up, and it's really just changing how we interact with each other. And I think social media has been a blessing and a curse in that sense, but I'm really happy that you don't have to be a certain way now in order to be able to run a business. As long as you're a healthy, polite human being who will look after your customers, then I don't think it really matters how you show up. We are human, we go through those arcs of story, things change, emotions change, and with artwork, my emotion goes into the artwork, and so sometimes it's good to know where that comes from. So what does it mean to be professional? It's showing up, doing the work when the flexibility allows, and communicating and creating a community with your audience. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I would love to hear in the comments if any of this rambling made any sense to you at all. And just a quick little video on the iPhone, just to say, if you haven't seen Katie's video already, I highly recommend checking it out. It's all about YouTubing with Katie. What I love about Katie's content is it really does help us to be ourselves and talk about that YouTube journey and being authentic and just putting work out there without worrying too much, and all these sort of mindset and emotions that go with it. So I'll put that at the end. Do check that out. And yes, I shall see you next time.